Vicky here with you, and today I'm here to do the basically cards with toppers. And I've shared, if you go on my Amazon page, you'll see a link for those of you that are not in the UK. There's Anki Dory does sell some kits on Amazon, and there's some that are really cute. And I have to remind myself that I have a ton of stuff that I need to use, which is why I'm doing this series, and so not to purchase anymore. So last time we worked on some birthday cards, and I really love it, and I've already used some of them, and I figured we would do more today because there's a lot of birthdays that are coming up, and I don't have birthday cards anymore because I've stopped making cards. Except for when I'm making this series. So this is a great opportunity for me to actually make cards. And I know how everybody loves the Christmas card series. I will continue it for sure, but I might not do every 2 weeks for Christmas. I might do every 3 weeks, just because I have a ton of Christmas cards. I send out, so far, this month of December, I've sent out 40 some cards, but I still have a lot. So I will probably be giving some out, maybe to charities and stuff, but there's a limit to how many cards I can actually use. Whereas birthday cards, I need a lot of them. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys also need birthday cards. So let's start the timer. And I'm thinking I want to use this because I saw in the back some beautiful papers, and I need to have some cards for some women. Birthday's coming, so I thought this would be cool. And there's some really pretty ones, pretty backgrounds. So I really love how these kits are. Actually, it's really fun. And I'm surprised that I didn't use them before. I don't know why I didn't use them before. I should have. I really should have. So this is very pretty and would be amazing on something like this. And maybe I can put some paper, some background paper. Where's my background paper? I don't know if I have. Did I pull out some blues? Hope I did. I know I pulled out some pinks last time. No, I don't. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I found a few papers that would be good for this. And I'm thinking that this blue might be gorgeous. There's this one as well, but I think I like the really dark one. So I will go with that one. And I'm thinking that maybe I can use the border and a sentiment inside. So let's first get this started, and we will move on from there. So I really like the layered look, and so most of my cards, when I'm making cards with that are bigger size like this, I do a lot of layering, and I find that this makes the big difference with a card. So this is basically white paper, so this is being chucked in the recycling. So now we've got this here, which I think is super pretty. Already, this paper is just beautiful, like really beautiful. There's a reason why I purchased these sets when my friends from the UK were destashing. What is just strange is why I didn't actually use them prior. But you have to remember that I also love to color images, so I would color a lot of images, and these kits are pre-colored basically. So to me, it was kind of cheating, I guess, maybe. That's probably the best way of describing it. So I wonder, do I go with this? That was my initial thought. And then this seems so puny inside of that. Unless I do something like this and I don't use this border. Oops. Trying to remove it without breaking it. Sometimes those little pins are super easy to remove and sometimes not so much. So for those of you that don't have toppers, so things like this that you can pull apart and use, you can use whatever you have on hand. It can be images from books, it can be advertising, it can be images from magazines, it could be coloring book. You've got so many possibilities. It's kind of pretty, but I'm not sure. Or I find some other sentiment. And I do have some other happy birthday sentiments. And these are from the fabulous Create with TLC. And but I'm not sure that I like these either. Unless I'm thinking maybe I have some, so I do have a lot of stamps and such. Maybe I can put something like this in dark blue and then the sentiment on top. So this is label 19 from Spellbinder, in case you're wondering. And these were some of the first ones I got, which is why they're in that little pouch, which is a CD holder. So in order to save paper, I'm using the back, which obviously is going to be hidden, and that's how I do it. Because I know a lot of you guys mention this when you see my videos, that I don't need to use the full thing, and I don't when I actually do die cutting like this. I usually remove it from the middle, but I will not cut through the back side of a paper like this unless I'm using a die cut, because then I don't see the point of all that trouble. Especially since the card is a regular size and it's not going to cost me all that much to mail out. So I could put this, and then let's see. So something like that. And I think that makes a big difference now. But it's like this, I like it a lot better. So I'm thinking that this is what I'm going to do. I just wish there was a little border here. And I'm not sure how it's going to turn out when I actually put a border. So let's just try it out. Anyway, I've got the reverse sides in case I don't like it. So let's just do a little border in silver using one of those pens. This is a Kuretake metallic pen. I know that American Crafts makes them as well. This one I love because it's quite opaque, so really silver. So here we go. Just want to make sure that I dry it off though, because it's my type of thing to put my fingers in it and then it's going to smush. Everything is just falling. Okay, so now it won't smush. And let's try that. See, I like that better because it kind of breaks the blue, because the blue was just, I don't know, it was too blue. So let's put this together. Put that back where it belongs before I lose it, because that's something that happens too. If I don't put my dies back where they're supposed to be, then eventually I misplace them, and there's nothing worse than a set that's not complete. So here we go. And this is a pain in the butt because I didn't quite go to the edge. Let's try this again. Because I can cut this edge, but I can't cut that edge, obviously. So, just gonna cut the excess here. Oops. Okay, so that's done. Put this piece on top. Here we go. Put some of that. I'll try to kind of center it. Just making sure the card opens the right way. It's here. And that here. So first card is done. Now, really like this. And like I said, I know that there's some beautiful papers in that kit. So let's see what I can use underneath this. this one here that would be super pretty. And then maybe I can put this and something like that. I think I'm going to do that. So here, here. Just like that. I think I could do that. And got that. And there's some borders here. And I'm thinking that it could be cute underneath. So something like this, and then that. It's very pale, but at the same time I kind of like the how fresh it looks, so I'm gonna go with this. There we go. And just make sure that I've got it where I want it. So I think I like it like that. And this here, so we'll do that. And of course I run out of tape. Typical. So all the information regarding my gun that I use is on my Amazon influencer list that you can find below. The link to the actual tape refills though is from I purchased my refills from Tape Jungle, and I really love them. They're really amazing. This being said, I still have some of the scotch because before I've discovered Tape Jungle, I used to purchase the refills, the regular refills. And can you see the cat hair? Oh, so bad. There's so much of it. Shows I've got a lot of cats. And they love to sit on my stuff when I'm not here. Do your cats do that? Do you have cat hair everywhere? At least when I'm working, they don't jump on my stuff, but when I'm not there, they're all over the place. Okay, so here it goes. And then was a bit high and it wasn't working the way it's supposed to. Okay, so here we go. Very simple, but I think elegant. Now this one here, I was thinking that this paper with this border, it looks amazing already. And I have this frame that is left. And that's it. There's also these little ones. So maybe I can use one of those inside the frame. That'd be pretty. And maybe just something like that just for you. And I don't think I want to put this. Do I want to put ribbon though? No. And even if I had darker blue, I'm not convinced I would really like it. Do I put twine? I don't know. Okay, so let's glue. Let's see with this part when the bottom is not there, how it looks. Like if I center this more, and I put this, it won't look so strange. Yeah, I like that. Like I said, sometimes simple is the best way to go. If you have paper that has a border like this, a lot of the card is already made. One thing too that you can do is add your own border. So now I'm just adding, because it's so thin that my glue gun is gonna mess it all up. I could use a glue stick, but I really like my Suquan tape, so that's what I'm going with. Let's try to center that. So. And here we go. And I like it. Another beautiful card done, I think. Now, there's this piece left over, and I still have some bigger embellishments. I wonder if I could put a series of 3. Series of 3 like this, and then maybe I can use the other long border on here. And I still have a piece of the blue. Oh, I like that a lot. I like this a lot. So that's what I'm gonna do. And here. When it's open, it's okay. It's when it's closed that it's showing some white. So obviously, when the folding was done, it wasn't perfect. This is my cheater's way of removing that issue. So here we go. And then right there. And I'm not going to put a sentiment on this one. This way it can be used for anything. It can be used for a simple I'm thinking of you card. Could be used for a get better soon card. That'd be a very pretty get well soon card. You always need blank cards because you never quite know what will be coming up. So always try to have a few on hand. Here we go. And I really love how that one turned out as well. Okay, so we still have a tiny bit of time, and I'm thinking that it would probably be best to do a smaller card. And I don't have trying to find a smaller one, smaller card base. Oh, I have this one. Have that one, and then so I have that paper. I could cut. And these non-standard cards are usually what I use when I send out Happy Mail or when I say thank you for people purchasing my items at my Etsy store. So isn't that pretty already? I love it. And I wonder if I have a thinking of you in my stash. I have that one, which is cute. Oh, and I have that one, which is cute too, which is the flowers. And there's a lot of things that you can learn. So that might be a good one, since it's a flowery background. And of course, doing a round die might have been the best way to go. But I do have these tiny little butterflies that maybe can help me save the day. And this way I get to use them. So that will be that. There's always ways of saving things. Put this here. And then that. And do this. So I hope that this, and by the way, these here, they come, like I said, from Create with TLC. I will try to remember to put the link if you haven't checked one of my videos where I used her stuff prior. She has some freebies every day. Great place to go, and her sets are not expensive either, the digital sets. So a good way to get some great images and things to use for your cards. And like I said, she does freebies, so you can go every day and get some amazing freebies. So if I forget and you're interested, don't tell me. Please remind me. So here are the cards that I made, and I'm quite happy with how they turned out. And I'm using my toppers, so yeah. I'm hoping that this inspires you. I'm hoping that you're pulling out some papers from magazines, from books, from Miscellaneous Place, from your scrapbooking paper pads. If you're not using them, use up your stuff, guys. That's what is important, and that's what I'm trying to do. Bye, everyone.